YouTube. This is the Homeschooling Perfectionist here, and I wanted to share with you a few hacks to make your homeschool space more livable. So I have the curtains closed because I was getting a glare, and I wanted to show my first hack. So this hack is really for these hacks will work for any homeschooling class or homeschool. Sorry about that. But if you don't have that much space, or if you don't have a designated room for homeschool, then you would definitely, I would definitely suggest using some of these hacks that I've used. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and share this video to help someone else. But I actually use my kitchen. There are two reasons why I use my kitchen. One is because the ample sunlight. Sunrise, sunset, I usually get light all the time. And so I love that. And also it's huge. And I'm usually always in here. So that's the reason why I decided to just make this my homeschool / classroom. So let me get to the first hack, and I'll kind of talk about some other things. But I closed my curtains because it was a glare and I wanted you to see my first hack. So usually everyone has like a dump all cabinet. So I decided to use my cabinet. I hope you can see this. But I decided to use my cabinet as a place to store my binders and my books. The great thing about it is we don't really use this bottom shelf like that. And if you have multiple children, you can probably clean up some things and do it side by side, or just clean up one full one. It depends if you want to reach or not. But you can close this up and no one knows anything about. You don't even think about it. We do have some shelving, but our bookshelves are completely full, and they're in our guest room. And I didn't want to have to keep going back and forth. So that's the reason why I cleaned that space up. So now let me go and excuse my house. It's kind of messy, but so let me go and share with you some other hacks. The first hack I wanted to share with you would be making your space or expanding your space. So originally this table actually has leaves, so it's larger, and originally it was right there. My aunt suggested moving that alongside our island, closing up the leaves, and allowing for more space here. That has worked. We did this last year. I love it. I'm going to get a rug and probably a beanbag chair and put it right there. But this allowed me to have all this space to use for homeschool. And I moved things along the wall. So that would be a suggestion, to move things along the wall so you have more space to move around in. This space can actually work for 2 to 4 children. My son has a desk here. This space can definitely have 2 desks right here. We just left our deep freezer and our other small little mini refrigerator here because I didn't want to move it in our garage or anything like that. But if I needed this space, I can move it out and put more desks here if I wanted to. So that would be a suggestion. If you have a small space, try to move things along the walls to make for a more livable space for you guys, as well as try to blend the decor with your existing furniture, just to kind of make everything seamless. And to be honest, I don't even really notice this space because it's kind of separate. And it just kind of works for my homeschool needs, as well as the hustle and bustle of our home. My last tip would be to designate a wall for hanging things up. Now, I don't hang that much stuff up. Number one, my son's a visual, and he would just be too preoccupied. And number two, it's a kitchen, and I don't like a lot of loose paper hanging around. However, we have a couple of things that we have. This is a DIY board that I did. It's really jacked up. I'm probably going to get a new board. But nonetheless, I put a board here. This is multifunctional. We can use it for business as well as for school. And then right here, we're going to hang, I think I'm going to keep this number, but we're just going to redo them because they're kind of ripped now. And then I'm going to cover up this little hole that I ripped. You'd be surprised how many holes are behind this wall or this board. But I'm going to cover up this hole and probably laminate it, have some educational stuff right there. And then we'll keep this felt mat because it's really interactive. So those are just some quick tips. So just to recap, first tip, if you have an extra space, a dump cabinet or dump space that you're not really using, clean it out and put your books there instead of buying a whole nother shelf. That's going to add to the clutter and it's going to minimize the space that you have. Number 2, move things along the wall, close things up or move things along the wall where it's still seamless. It's not in your way, but it allows you to have more open space, more open area. If you can hear, it's a little acousticy in here because I cleaned up some stuff and made more space, which I love because it just allows for more space for me to do things and have my son stretch. It's just very livable for me. And number 3, try to designate a wall for things that you can hang up. Don't make it cluttered, but just designate a wall that can be very simplistic, because the good thing about a wall is over time you'll actually forget that things are even hung up on there. So I don't even really think about this wall because it's on a wall. It's just out of sight, out of mind. So that's just a tip that I would suggest that's really helped me. I hope this video helped you guys. Sorry for the light. It's not as bright in here today, but yeah. God bless. Talk to you later. Please comment if you have any questions or anything like that. Bye.